Bitcoin is at over $30,000 right now. And if you've been a subscriber to us, especially a CT Club member, you will know that we were buying Bitcoin in the $17,000 level and under. That's when we started really ramping up, and we were saying this is potentially the bottom, especially after the FTX collapse. Now, this is literally what hardly anyone is talking about right now. This is going to be very bullish. I'm going to get into this. So Credit Bull on Twitter, he says, it's almost universally agreed upon on crypto Twitter that this rally will end in the $30,000 to $40,000 range and give everyone 6 months to accumulate before we head to new all-time highs in 2024, 2025, which is the halving cycle theory. All right, so the collapse from $30,000 was triggered by an unprecedented wave of black swan events that caused mass liquidations and price and panic selling, as you saw with FTX. I seriously doubt that once we reclaim these levels, we are just going to hang around and let everyone who panic sold comfortably take time to reload and ride up to 70,000 plus. That's just not how things work with Bitcoin. And that is one thing I really agree with this guy. Very few people have called this rally up to $30,000. There was a few, but not as many as you would think. Definitely not the majority. We were getting so much crap for buying Bitcoin at under $20,000. It was ridiculous. And you know what? These are the same people who made fun of us. They're the ones that are going to fuel this rally up to all-time highs because they're going to FOMO once we start going even higher. Speaking about bullishness, only 4.5% of the entire globe's population has invested in crypto. We are very early. If you think $70,000 is going to be it or whatever, you probably have another thing coming. Bitcoin is less than a $1 trillion market cap. That is ridiculous. Let's go over to rate hikes. Now, the market is predicting a 71% chance that we are going to have a 25 basis point rate hike in May. So think about it. Like, this has already been on the table since the last FOMC meeting, right? And Bitcoin is now over $30,000. The market has priced this stuff in. You don't have anything to worry about, in my opinion, and that is why I'm holding strong on this rally. Now, speaking about the dollar's decline, this is going to be a little bit of a read here, but this is what French President Macron said recently. Okay, he says Europe should not depend on the US or the dollar. Here's what he also said: Europe has become more dependent on the United States in recent years, but it must strengthen its strategy and autonomy and not depend on the extraterritoriality of the US dollar. Let's go over to Iran. Iran is reducing US dollar influence on regional and international trade to minimize the West's dominance over the global economy. Ouch. Ron Paul had something to say about this. Reserve currencies come and go. They usually go because the nation that issued the reserve currency abused the situation. US dollar, for example. Delusions of world domination, endless wars, and endless welfare are embraced. Where are you seeing that now? These terrible ideas are then financed by money that is created out of thin air. He goes on to say, this can only go on for a while. It usually does, but only until the rest of the world refuses to go along with it any longer. The US fell into the empire trap centuries ago, and the world is starting to say, that's enough. And that's what's happening right now. If you don't realize that this is happening, you got to subscribe to us, because we've been saying this over and over again. And check us down below for our CT Club, because I give my market updates all the time on what is happening around the global economy. Lastly, just to hit the nail on the head, JP Morgan says Fed could inject up to $2 trillion into the banking system. Guys, it's finished. Like, the old structure is pretty much done, and they are rolling out a brand new one. So you can either choose a centralized new structure or a decentralized structure like Bitcoin, because there's only going to be two choices. And I've been saying this for a while. Anyways, please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.